Aaron, I feel like I'm talking like the dean here at CFO Alliance Experience IMA26. You're like overseeing the curriculum and pulling it all together. But this session that we just came out of around technology and really trying to advance a bit of comfort and maturity, but also around cost optimization and also adoption. It really feels special in year two because we brought back Kelly, a veteran on this,
Yeah.
but then we also brought in some new voices. And you have an audience of CFO Alliance members and finance leaders here. And then now a community saying, probably asking a lot of the same questions, a lot of the same issues, and not a lot of time, but also probably a lot that we wanted to cover.
Mhm.
What's one thing that you feel like we really nailed that you want to bring to the people that weren't there to really kind of harness, embrace, and really bring with them?
Yeah. I mean, I like to break rules, right? So I'll
Yeah.
give you two things. I
Yeah.
think one is perspective.
Uh-huh.
I'm a big fan of this word and in general, like delivering that and trying to get everybody on the same page with providing theirs. Because I think the more that we can offer up a diversity of voice and diversity of perspective, the better the outcomes are for everybody in the room, and then the better the outcomes are for the organizations that they represent.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like you get rid of the tunnel and create space for those voices too,
Yeah. Yeah.
which means you have to pull that in, right?
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
I think finance leaders are built for that though, right?
I think
I mean, we don't
so.
really
Yeah.
have pointing elbows. And we've also recognized that we're now have to influence horizontally
Yeah.
across.
Yeah.
We have to do that here.
I think to your point, I think that, it lends itself to the fact that we have to do that all day, every day anyway.
Right.
Right?
This is just yet another.
It's just rinse and repeat. Right.
Right.
So I think we're to your point, we're built for being good listeners,
Yes.
making sure that we take great notes
Yeah.
and making sure that we take some action from there. Right. But that action has to be together.
Yeah.
We often forget sometimes, and it's diverse representation on the stage today is a good example of that, that it is not just about our team internally moving us forward. And it is not just about the vendor being responsible for moving us forward. We are all one team when it comes to these types of projects, and we have to treat each other that way, right? And so that's why it's really important for all of these folks to hear the different perspectives from each of the folks as, in the stage in the life cycle of a journey of a project or a problem solved. Because
So one tip I have for you that I do bring this to you a lot
Yeah.
is around change management.
Mhm.
We heard that a lot too.
Yep.
What's one tactic or tip that you use to ensure that the change management component doesn't fall by the wayside and doesn't become the, well, if I could do something differently, I would do X around change management.
Yep.
I know you have studied this, you've practiced it, you've learned from mistakes.
That's a good question. Yeah, I think it really comes back to communication and
Mhm.
communication standards. I think if you really set the tone, especially as leaders, right? We have the not only the obligation, but we are required to make sure that our teams and that the vendors and anybody involved in these processes are on the same page with like where we're headed and where we're marching towards, right?
Yeah.
And I think I said it on stage today, and I'm going to reiterate it again. It really starts with the problem statement. And if you can't communicate, if you ask the question, what's the problem that I'm trying to solve? I guarantee you in most rooms, poor change management would be, they can't answer the question the same. If you can't even do that from the start, there's no reason even talking about change management, right? Because you're not on the right journey anyways.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of going back to the beginning there.
Yeah,
and
but
saying
that's actually a really solid tip.
that's the pre-work.
Yeah,
Right.
I love it.
So focus on the pre-work first, get the problem statement right, then make sure that when you actually start that journey, that your communication is tight and that you are on the same page. You agree on when you're going to meet, who's going to be in the room, who's going to own what, how you're going to move forward, where are you managing those actions. All of those things matter, but realistically, it's just rolls back up to communication.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I know you're highly visible within the CFO Alliance community and all the networks and relationships that you build, but what's the best way for people that don't know you to connect and get to know you?
Sure. From a professional standpoint, at my new organization, MoveWise, that we're building,
Mhm.
you can reach me at aaron@movewise.com,
Excellent.
or you can reach me on LinkedIn at M.A. Wilkins on LinkedIn at
Awesome.
the end of that URL.
Awesome, my
Yeah.
friend. Keep up the good work. You got more sessions to do, so rest up.
I know, I will. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
you having me.
Yes.